Hello, hello. How are you? I hope you're doing great, but if you aren't, that's fine. Tomorrow will be a better day. Today, I'm here to talk about mainly three things. So, and this is going to be a bit of a long video, so if you want to just skip to a part or the other, you can use the timestamps in the description of the video. Now, second of all, let me tell you about what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about first some books that I bought and what I did in the morning. Then I'm going to talk about what I did in the afternoon. And what I did is that I streamed, I played Getting Over It. I did that for about 3 hours or two, I don't remember. And last but not least, I will talk about my project of helping my city's lighting, especially on pedestrian bridges and on the entrance of, of our public transportation system. So, yeah, if you want to just hear about one thing or the other, go to the timestamps. Anyways, so let's start with the books that I bought. Today I woke up and my mom wanted to sell something. She had a jewel that she no longer used, she no longer needed, and she wanted to see if she could sell it. So I went with her. We asked. They of course didn't buy it because if you've never tried to sell a ring or like a chain, they only buy the weight of it of the metal. They don't buy the gems. So it 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 really sucks. And even in that process they have to take out the gems and they might break or be damaged, which it kind of sucks. My mother was trying to sell a ring and yeah, we decided to just not do it. Instead, we were just walking in the mall and I saw the public library and I'm sorry, it wasn't a public library. I saw a bookstore and I thought, hey, I need some books. I want some books in English, especially because I want to study for the SAT. And I got a bit carried away. If you want to see all of the books that I bought, it's on my Instagram. Go check it out. But I'll show you. This is what I bought. First, the books in Spanish. Um, El olvido que seremos by Héctor Abad Faciolince. Then Los Abismos by Pilar Quintana. And last. Oh, where is it? Oh, it's in my bag. One second. Got it right here. And last but not least, Lo que no tiene nombre by Piet Bonnet. So I bought that. Pretty cool. And the books that I bought in English are 1984 by George Orwell, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, and then one second, it was actually the base for my microphone. Animal Farm by George Orwell, and Lord of the Flies by William Golding. So yeah, that's all of the books that I bought. I got a bit carried away, if I'm being honest. It's a lot of books, um, but I'm pretty excited to read them all and check them out. Now, after that, I came back home, and I streamed. I streamed for about 2 hours. You should check out my streams. They're pretty fun. Although I am streaming, very very rarely because I got a job, so it's hard for me to work and stream. But today, my stream, I played Getting Over It. I've played it before, I've beaten the game before. So on stream, we beat the game for like 4 5 times. It was great. We talked about life, we talked about the Nintendo Switch 2, we talked about Brawlhalla, we talked about music. It's great. It was great. I love streaming. Thank you if you were there. And if you weren't, maybe you should go and check me out. Now, let's talk about my project of fixing or at least improving my city's public lighting. And I'll show you the pictures. Today, what I did is that I went to my city's public transportation system stations. Well, just, like, yeah. And where you get the bus and you actually use the service. And I took a lot of pictures of the entrances to these services because the problem is not. Let me show. By the way, I apologize for the quality. I don't know why, but when you send a picture to WhatsApp from an iPhone, it insanely downgrades the quality. So I do apologize for that. But let me show you what I'm talking about. This looks a bit ghetto. Why is the car in like 4K full resolution than the rest of the city? The rest of the picture isn't. Whatever. So let me show you what I'm talking about right here. This is an entrance to El Transmilenio. Transmilenio is the name of the service, and as you can see, there's a lot of lighting, but this lighting is actually supposed to be for cars and for the highway. And since our public transportation system are buses, we also are in the highway, and the people making the station thought, hey, you know what? Just with the lighting that's already on the street, that's good enough to lighten the bridge. And they weren't wrong. If you see in this picture, right here, you can see the bridge. And when you're walking on it, you're not gonna fall. You're not gonna be like, oh my god, I cannot see anything. But so why do I want to improve it? Because it feels and it looks unsafe. This right here, all of this darkness is predatory. This feels awful. And sure, you won't fall while you're walking on it, but let me tell you something. While you are on that stair and on those stairs, and you're walking, like imagine yourself right here. Would you actually go on this bridge? You have no idea what's happening there. For example, right here. Right here. Would you climb this? You have no idea who could be here. Right here, there's a man. You have no idea. This feels unsafe. This feels awful to use. Or right here. These are some of the stairs that you need to use if you want to get into the station. They're absolutely dark. You cannot see a thing. And sure, if you're already on the stairs, you can perfectly see. But that's not the problem. The problem is when you're 100 meters away and you're thinking in your head, I cannot use that. I cannot see what's happening in there. So what I did is that I went, look at this, for example. This is awful. I went there and it took, for example, right here. This is a perfect example of what I'm saying. See, I am currently like in the bridge. Sorry, not in the bridge, on the bridge. And the problem is not directly on the bridge. The bridge is well lighting. The problem are the entrances. This is super dark. This is insanely dark. Of course, it looks good because I am directly below a lamppost. But this is insanely dark. You cannot see anything that's happening in here. And if you cannot see something, why would you go in there? And of course, all of this has lighting and it looks good. But this doesn't. And this is the entrance. This is how you get to this. And if you cannot go through the entrance, you just won't use it. So yeah, I took a lot of pictures. For example, this is an example that also, since the lighting system wasn't made for the bridges and wasn't made for the entrance to this system, it is insanely inconsistent. All of this, which is a huge part of the bridge, just doesn't have lighting. Just doesn't. Like, look at that. It's super dark. Like, oh, so cool. Yes, we have lights here, 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 and here, but not on the bridge. So yeah, this is another example. Look at this. You cannot like right here. This is one of my favorite pictures, and it shows everything. This is the entrance to get into one of our stations, and sure, there's lighting, but you cannot see what's happening in here. Literally, these people are like what? 1, 2, 3, 4. They're like 15 meters away, which I don't know how much is it in American terms, but like 15 meters away. And from my point of view, they are just completely dark silhouettes. I have no idea if this man is a menace, like, or not. I have no idea who he is, or what his intentions are, or how he's dressed. I don't know. And uncertainty is fear, and fear creates a sense of insecurity. So yeah, basically, that's what I did today. Yeah, that's what I did today. And I wrote in this notebook, which is my, I don't want to say diary. It isn't really a diary, but I wrote all of the measures on the railing and how we can use them to install lights. Because my plan is to put on the handbars, or I don't know how to, but on the support of the bridge, we could just put some LED lights in, and all of the electrical system is already built. It wouldn't be a construction because the infrastructure is already there. It would be only an installation. You would just install the lights. Amazing. But yeah, that's my silly little project, and that's what I wanted to talk about today. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, that was it. That was it from me today. So as always, oh, by the way, I changed my microphone lighting. I hope you like it. It's my brand colors, the green, the dark green, and the, more bright green. I hope you enjoy it. Whatever. Point being, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.